YouTubers, welcome to Tricks. Today I'm going to be talking about the problem with natural hair. And if there's a problem with natural hair, you bet your $1 there is. Before I actually continue, I just want to talk about if you do have any objective and criticism towards my discussion, please put it down below constructively so that we can know what it is you basically disagree with, alright? But if you don't, I'm not probably going to be reading it and you're going to just waste your time. But if you do put it in there below constructively, then I can get back to you on whatever my opinion is and we can just see what we can do with that, alright? So, I just want to... Is there a problem actually with the natural movement? There isn't really. It's just like a inconsistency that is just permeating the natural movement, and that's just what I want to talk about. So just like a point of view on certain things that's happening in the natural hair movement, that because the movement still needs to be ironed out properly because it's not cohesive enough from what I can see. In terms of the natural hair movement itself, it's not really cohesive enough from what I can see. So I just want to just talk about some little things like that I'm just noticing about it. That's all I want to talk about. So before I even dive into that, I just wanted to address the issue whereby people will be like, oh, why is it that it's black people that are natural? That's just some things that I've kind of just heard, even from black people saying, well, why is it that, why is it that it's only, why is it that we're saying we're natural? Are other people not natural as well? And you need to understand the history, the reason why there's an issue about our hair. You need to understand that. Now, there are many races on this planet that we live in, but we're the only one that are made or that are encouraged or that, I don't know what you need to say, that are made to make our hair look like the way it's not meant to look. We're the only one. You know what I mean? Our hair is kinky. Our hair is coarse, and that's what type of hair we've got, and we should be able to have that hair type without somebody commenting in a disparaging way towards it. And if you say, well, I haven't experienced that in my life, then good for you. But it has happened whereby in a way, directly or indirectly, we've been made to feel somewhat about our hair. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people, there's a $1 billion market for black people to straighten their hair. $1 billion market, that doesn't lie. You know what I mean? And those people want to make their money. You know what I mean? They want to make your money. So you can come here and debate and say what you like and make it like there's not an issue with that. You can do that, but at the end of the day, there's a $1 billion market for us to straighten our hair. You know what I mean? And people's job are involved in that. People's livelihood are involved in that. You know what I mean? So, you can say that. And is that primarily good for our hair? We're finding out no. You know what I mean? We're finding out no. But just to reiterate, I'm not necessarily against relaxing of hair. I'm not necessarily against it. I'm not really necessarily against it, because if you watch my first video, I actually wanted to relax my hair, and I'm not saying that I might never relax my hair, but to be honest with you, I'm saying I don't think there's a need for me to ever have a relaxed chemical permanent relaxer. I don't think there's a need for me to permanently do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm against it. And I'm not like one of those people like coming here to preach, oh, you better have natural hair. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers that in the beginning they were reticent towards the natural movement. There was this British woman that wrote a book about how you can maintain a relaxed hair. And she's now trying to have natural hair. She's now transitioning. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's impossible for her to prove that she could maintain a longer hair it being relaxed, because she was trying to prove that. She was like, hey, you could do certain things, you could do whatever to like, and she has like like a 4-inch type of hair. And she was trying to convince people, and the the reality of it is that you cannot. You know what I mean? You cannot do that. That's the reality. So there she had, trying to prove that you can. And the reality is you cannot. That's some of the problem that we're having. So she was trying to transition in now. You know what I mean? She's seeing the light now. And that's just when what's going to happen. You know, that industry of chemically. And I think some people need to actually use those chemicals on their hair, but like, yeah. So the problem that I also want to talk about is, it's not really a problem. Like, we're natural. We're trying to be natural, but we're still chasing the unnatural. So that's one of the problems that I want to talk about. Because you see all these hair methods that are still longing for a hair type that is not yours. Because when you see people doing these twist-out methods, we're still chasing that. We're still chasing that unnatural. When we're wearing these wigs, especially this sort of European style sort of wig. I'm not against wig, mind you, because I'm wearing one right now. I'm just indicating, like, when people are wearing a kind of straight European texture type of wigs on their hair, they're still chasing that unnatural about their hair. And I'm not against that. I'm just saying that we're still chasing the unnatural. We're natural, but we're still holding on to this stuff. Because if we want to be natural, we will have to be looking at natural hair, natural wigs. You know, those are the things that will make the natural hair more cohesive, more consistent, more, so that we're going to be, if we're going to be natural, we're going to stick to that, and we're going to be able to be natural. So those are the things that's going to make it more cohesive. You know what I mean? And I'm not against, don't get me wrong here, because I know sometimes when people are saying things, people always get on the defensive. You need to just understand that I am just saying what I'm observing. I'm not saying don't wear your wigs, that type of wigs. If you still want to wear it, do wear it. You know what I mean? I'm just indicating that we're still looking at the unnatural for a hair type. Because if you have this type of hair, like this 4C type of hair, and you're still wearing this straight kind of hair that just doesn't look like your hair, you're still, in a way, you're still chasing it, aren't you? You're still chasing it. I mean, your hair is natural under the wig, but you're still chasing the unnatural. So until you relinquish that need to be pandering to whatever we're pandering to, then that natural movement is going to be more cohesive. Because if we're still chasing the unnatural, which is what we're doing when we're still wearing these straight